Hey guys, Rick from Velocity Addiction. Here to give you an update on the East Coast RC Marine Shootout. I just got out of a meeting with the Recreation Department here in Pemberton Township, and they are authorizing us to use the primary location. We also have a couple things that they are requesting. They're requesting us to have portable toilets. We're going to have to pay 3 lifeguards from the Recreation Department to man the facilities for the day. And then we're also, for radar guns, we're going to have to rent radar guns. We're looking at about $750 for the weekend. So we're looking at about $2,500 to pull off this little adventure. I have a couple sponsors that I'm talking to. One is committed. Pro Marine RC has thrown their hat in the ring, and Michael, I just got off the phone with Michael. He definitely wants to sponsor the event. We're also looking for other sponsors, hobby shops, RC boat manufacturers, electronics manufacturers, what have you. So if you have a contact, get them in touch with me. We'd love to have them as a sponsor for the event. You have to excuse me because I'm going to look at my laptop for a couple things. We also were given authorization to use the BMIA building, which is across the street from the beach, and we can use their parking lot, which expands our parking. So we have enough for probably about 150 to 200 cars to park in the area. Recreation Department is sponsoring the event. It's going to be an official Recreation Department event, and with that, it gives us a couple things. It's going to lift the restriction on gas and nitro boats running on the lake, and it's going to lift the 1 horsepower restriction on the lake. So you can run a gas, nitro, and fast electric boat. You can run any size motors in the boats, any speeds, so long as they're an RC boat. But that'll allow us to run basically anything that's in the hobby class of RC boats out there. We're looking at having a kids class. There's going to be talk to Pro Marine. He's going to work on getting us some boats and stuff and running up here, and that would allow the kids and the adults that show up that want to give the hobby a shot to rent a boat and make a pass. And then we are looking at also getting trophies and stuff. So we need to talk to a couple trophy companies for the classes. I need to speak to you guys about what kind of classes you want to run. My original thought was to go by the NAMBA classing. They're the local sanctioning body, and use that as a basis for what class boats we're going to run out there. And there is one other thing that the Recreation Department asked of us, and I think it's an awesome idea. Every year around July 13th, our town has a festival. It's called the Water Carnival. And on the same lake that we would be running on, they have like pontoon boats and sailboats, and people decorate them with Christmas lights and drive them around the lake. And they have a whole parade of boats decorated in Christmas lights. And then they come back and judge them, and there's all kinds of awards and stuff for that. What they asked, though, is between 4 and 7 p.m. that night, they would like to have us run a demonstration. So looking at like a couple local guys come down and run your boats, show off your boats, even if you have a build in progress. Put it in a tent, sit by it, talk to people about it. It's a great way to build the hobby and get people interested in it. And then they also wanted to have the rental boats there for the kids as well that day, because the water carnival is kind of a cool thing. It runs out in the middle of town, which is on the same lake, and it ends up back where we would be running, but that whole section right there they don't really use, and they were looking for something to do there, so they'd asked us to run a demonstration there with our boats, so we can come down and play with our toy boats all day on the lake. Restrictions are lifted because it's a sponsored event by Recreation Department, so that means we can have electric, gas, and nitro that day. We probably won't run classes and then an actual race that day. It would be more of a fun run. Bring your boat down, have some fun, and help out and spread the word in the community. So that's another positive. I told them we definitely wouldn't have a problem getting some guys down there and run their boats. So, and then they also wanted to have the rental boats as well. I don't know if I said that yet. But they also want to have a rental thing there for adults and kids to run as well throughout the day. So we got good news, positive news. It's going to cost us though. So we have the lake, no gas and nitro restrictions, no horsepower restrictions. We have the use of the guard house, which is the second floor. We can run race ops up there. I'm looking at getting a couple John boats to put in the water for recovery, and also for a radar station to set up the radar guns and put some people out there. And from what I hear, Lotto armors it, so we're going to do it similar to what has been described to me. So that's basically it for the update. If you know somebody in the hobby industry, if you know a hobby shop owner in New Jersey here, or even across the border here in Pennsylvania, that would like to sponsor the event, let me know. We're looking for sponsors to at least break even on this adventure. We're looking at like $2,500 to break even, and that's not counting the insurance for the weekend. So the more people we can get to sponsor the event, the more word we get out to the community. We get to show off some boats, we get to race and have some fun, get some bragging rights, get some trophies, and then build our community here in New Jersey. So if you know somebody in the industry, let them know. Have them get in contact with me. You can contact me through the channel. You can contact me through the Facebook page. I run the East Coast RC Marine Shootout page, so if they want to leave me a message there, I can get in touch with them from there. So we're looking for other sponsors as well. No one single sponsor is going to be able to pull this off. It's going to be a fairly costly adventure, and the more we have, the more we get to involve the community and show them what we have to offer out there. So get in touch with me through the Facebook page. Let me know if you can help. We're also looking for volunteers. Right now I have about 5 guys that are willing to volunteer and help out with the race. They are also wanting to race in the race, so we're looking to get like 10 to 15 guys to volunteer and help staff the race. And we'll get a rotation schedule going, rotate people out so that they at least get to run their stuff. So the more people we have helping, the easier this is going to be. The more sponsors we have, the less is coming out of my pocket. But let me know if you have anything you can do to help. And I think our next thing is we're going to start setting up a class schedule and see what kind of classes we can run on the lake, and see what kind of interest there is in the classes. But I know I've said this. I'm done. And contact me if you have any questions or any suggestions. I'm wide open to this. This is a new thing for me. I've run some RC races in the past for cars, but boats is a new thing, and it's been a while since I ran an event. So the more help I get, the better this is going to flow. So that's it for now. Keep an eye on the Facebook page for updates. You can look at Velocity Addiction YouTube channel for updates, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.